Steph, let's take a right turn. Let's go
Okay.
away from the Oscar stuff. Let's talk about where it all began for you and I on this channel, and that's Star Wars. There is a new Star Wars story, and I think that you're going to like this one. It looks like we're getting a return of a beloved character. The Clone Wars character is coming back. Legendary voice actor Jim Cummings has confirmed that his Star Wars, The Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels character of Hondo will return in some capacity. Speaking with the direct recently, Cummings told fans, I think you're going to have to stay tuned. Hondo is not done yet. Cummings called Ohnaka a favorite performance of his, saying he's one of my favorite because he's a lovable rogue. You could probably actually just trust him. He looks out for Ezra and he looks out for the younglings, as they call him, and won't do anything to harm anybody. But I wouldn't want to play cards with him. In the franchise, Hondo is a pirate and outlaw who crosses paths with Obi-Wan and Anakin after being kidnapped by Count Dooku. He was the last seen in Rebels crossing paths with Ezra Bridger. Second season of Ahsoka is currently in production, and so the character could be making an appearance in the new run in live action form. Alternatively, the animated series Maul Shadow Lord, direct sequel to Star Wars: The Clone Wars, also on its way next year and could well incorporate the character. Okay, that's a good point, though. That's a good point. Hondo could be very much into the Darth Maul series. It would make sense. He would fit there in that timeline. But it seems to me it would make more sense that Filoni would actually finally want to bring him into live action. And I think that people would want to see him. I feel like he's going to show up in Ahsoka, but what do you think? Do you think will he be in this? Because the only reason why you could make the argument against him being live action is if Jim Cummings is going to do the voice. Jim Cummings ain't going to be in the makeup. Are they going to do something where they voice over Hondo, which they very well could? But maybe you start to say, "Oh, no, the Maul thing makes more sense if they're going to bring in Jim Cummings."
Yeah, I think the Maul thing makes more sense if they're gonna bring in Jim Cummings, and I can't imagine them. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna bring him in live action, even though he's a
Yeah.
beloved character. But I'm not totally sure. Like there is something about him that I think is so awesome. We took Harry's goddaughter to Disneyland, and we did the ride, the not the roller coaster one, but
Mhm.
the other Star Wars one, and he,
Okay.
like, introduces it, and she has not
Oh,
seen
right.
any Star Wars, and she liked him, and I was like,
Okay.
"Oh, yeah, that's Hondo," like, he is so likable,
Yeah.
but I like him in I mean, it would be cool to see him in live action. I just don't know how they would do it with keeping the same voice, and the voice is
Right.
Hondo.
That's true. That's what I'm curious about as well. If they find a way to do it, then great.
Yeah.
Um, I'm so torn on the mall thing. I'm so torn on it because I'm just so over that time period. I'm so over Filoni playing in the same sandbox that I'm just like, I feel like I've seen this already. However, I'm excited to see Sam Witwer get his producing hat on this. I'm excited to see his input within the Star Wars world. He knows the character very well. He knows Star Wars better than most, maybe as good as Filoni, to be completely honest with you. Um, and that aspect of it makes me curious to what Sam Witwer is going to bring with his knowledge of Star Wars and being able to do more than just halfway consult and do voices. Like he's going to be a creative force on the show. So that is to me, I want to see what he brings to it. So that's why I'm like not totally like there was other things I think recently came up with something Tales of the Farts or whatever, and I didn't watch it. But like this one I'll be tuning into and hopefully it pans out.
Yeah, that's a great point. Honestly, I really like Sam Witwer. And I feel like this could be the beginning of something great. Like we keep talking about like who's going to be have more input in Star Wars. It can't just be Filoni. It kind of I feel like there has to be more people who really have their voice heard, and maybe this is the start of that depending how the show goes. Like what if in a reality it's really awesome and we see a totally different side to this character and a way of storytelling, and then he becomes more involved in the creative process of the shows and movies moving forward. It could be a cool beginning.
Yeah. Rick Jones, you are probably the most wrong anyone's been in the chat so far. He's not a creative. He's in the booth looping his lines. You are incorrect. Go and look at the credits on this, and plus the announcements. He's been announced as a producer, not as an active producer. Talked about it on Katie Sackhoff's show recently about the input that he's had. So for that one, you are the most wrong anyone's been in the chat today. Okay. So we are asking you guys, what do you think about Maul? What do you think about Hondo returning? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know what you think, man. We want to know all the opinions, everything you got. Show a little. Put some in. I love talking to you guys about Nutrafol. They are the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand and is trusted by over 1.5 million people. You feel great about what you're putting into your body since Nutrafol hair growth supplements are backed by peer-reviewed studies and NSF content certified. It's the gold standard in third-party certification for supplements. I'm telling you, Nutrafol is no joke. You see the results. Roxy was talking about it not too long ago. She's been using it. She sees the results. You see thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping. When you go to Nutrafol.com, you got to enter the promo code Kristian. Find out why Nutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Nutrafol.com. That is spelled Nutrafol.com. Use the promo code Kristian. Nutrafol.com, promo code Kristian.